you'll have to bear with me on this. I've got pipes to replace and fit, but some of them are, like this is the bottom radiator to water cooler hose. It's a bit perish, so I've got to make some up as I go along. Obviously that's been cut about anyway, and some of these pipes just aren't available, I can't get hold of them, so I've got some similar. I've got these pipes to clean up. I can fit all the oil and coolant hoses now, so yeah, just have to bear with us. Bit of fanning around here and there. So I was going to do this one first. So the closest I've got to that is that. I need that bend on it because of where it goes in there.
Hey mini enthusiasts, how you doing? Stay tuned, we've got a bit of a competition coming up in a moment.
What I'd like to do before the end of today is get the car under the bonnet to a point where I can put oil and water in it. And then really all I've got to do is bits and pieces on the outside, the body kit, which I'm picking the old one up on Tuesday. And then I've just got the interior ready to go in. I've got all the gauges back, which I'll show you before the SD card runs out. But I sent 7 gauges to VDO to be refurbed, and they sent 6 back. I've emailed them. One of them is the boost gauge, which I can get a replacement, but it's just very slightly different. So I hope they haven't thrown it away or lost it. I'm not sure whether they could actually make me a new one if they have lost it or thrown it away, because they don't make stuff in all their new gauges are in PSI rather than bar. That's why I never got a replacement. I'll tell you what, these wipes are really, really good for cleaning a lot of stuff up.
So, I hope you're all having a great day. So, there's 5 questions which you'll be able to answer by watching the video. And if you answer those 5 questions correctly, I will pick 5 winners and we'll get some stickers or something sent out. So the first question is, what was the order Mark was Googling? Second question, when does the body kit arrive? Third question, how many gauges got sent to VDO? Fourth question, who checked the ignition leads? And finally, the 5th question, what is Mark doing tomorrow as well? So if you watch through the video, Mark covers off these questions as he goes through, and like I say, I will pick 5 correct answers and we'll get some stickers or something sent out to you.
Thermostat housing 11. Don't seem tight enough, you know. Keith will be watching this back going, no, you shouldn't have done that. It's all wrong. This is how you do it. Right, so then that can go on there now.
To be fair, I think Mark is doing an absolutely fantastic job. There isn't much he's got wrong so far. Sometimes, obviously, because he's not done many restorations, not done a great deal of work on minis, it's just having the confidence to know you're right. So, but yeah, he's done I think he's doing fantastically well. And I think he was talking about possibly 11 Newton meters for the thermostat housing bolts. I don't exactly know what they should be off the top of my head.
Now I like mini spares, but I don't want the hoses showing under my bonnet. Jeez.
Yeah, 11 Newton meters probably doesn't sound far off, to be honest. So I think Mark was just cleaning up the rubber hoses there because some of them are marked mini spares, obviously to keep it looking original. He's obviously just removed that with those wipes, which you mentioned are absolutely fantastic actually. They're sort of two-sided hand cleaning wipes. They work really well, but they also work great for degreasing and cleaning up parts as well. So obviously the under the bonnet's starting to look a bit cluttered now. It's difficult to make an ERA look really great under the bonnet just because there's so much going on under there, especially with extra pipes and hoses from the turbo, obviously an additional oil cooler and a second radiator as well. So the ERA runs a second small auxiliary radiator down on the offside front behind the grille. I think it's actually plumbed in to work before the thermostat opens. I'd have to check that actually, but yeah, it's an integral part of the cooling system from as standard.
I'm sure I'll be taking some of this off again at some point. Look at that. Same as gold, but checked by Carol, that one. Right, what is the firing order then? Let's have a look, shall we? Really happy that they're red leads as well.
From memory, I think the Metro Turbo standard leads were red as well. I'm showing my age now because I remember Metro Turbos when they were brand new. I can remember them coming into the workshop where I worked. Yeah, they were quite a nice car. I'd always fancied one. Never owned one though. I'd like to get hold of one now, but they go for very good money. So Mark's starting on the wiring here, which I know was extremely frustrating for him. Obviously he wasn't expecting to be doing this job on his own. And I think he mentioned the other day the one thing he would have done differently was to take more photos of the wiring.
Just need to double check that is right. Oh.
Obviously the wiring loom on an ERA starts with a standard loom and then is custom made for the ERA.
So I'm just waiting for Keith to get back to me. He's popped out. I've got the old front loom here, and some of it is marked, some of it isn't. And then some of the cables I've got, or wires I've got here, don't correspond to the wiring diagram. So he's gonna, when he gets back, he's gonna shed some light on what's what. Seems I've got a starter, says starter there, but I've got a yellow and white there, which is on the old loom, which looks like it goes to the starter. That's the big live wire for the starter. There's only 2 terminals on there, plus obviously the ring bits. So it's not making a lot of sense at the moment. I've got oil switch. There's 2 wires to it, but we think that should be 2 different things. We think one should be oil pressure gauge, and one maybe oil temperature, and then I've also got oil pressure switch. So yeah, not a lot's making sense at the moment, so I'll wait for Keith to get back to me, and then I can then finish connecting everything then. Yeah, it's odd that I've got an additional cable here, which looks like black, and it might be brown, white brown. Yeah, not making any sense. So I'll get the lights in. Lights in, or headlights in, and then I'm just waiting on Keith then, and that's all done in there.
So like I say, it was very frustrating with the wiring loom, and it was frustrating for Mark, it's frustrating for me as well. So when you're trying to help someone remotely and you're sort of sending pictures and text messages, not being there, not being able to just fiddle around with things, makes it really difficult. And like I say, the ERA is some of the bits are standard loom, but there's also lots of bits which are adapted for the ERA as well, for the extra gauges.
Oh, why can't stuff just be simple?
So if you've got to this point and you're wondering why people are leaving funny comments down the bottom answering questions, that's because if you go back to about 3 minutes in the video, 3 minutes and 8, there's a bit of a competition to answer some questions by observing some parts in the video. So hopefully it just makes the video a little bit more interesting to watch, maybe. A little bit of competition.
I'm getting to the point where I've just kind of had enough at the moment. I seem to be doing everything twice.
I know that feeling. I had that with Sprout as well, but this build has gone on longer than it should have done.
That's what I should have done the first time. Oh, that was close. That was close.
Nearly, Mark. You got away with that one. I think you're doing really well, not having put a big scratch in it yet.
It's so nice when they supply you the screws to fix the rings on with. Retards. Oh, my back. Luckily I got my own.
Now come on then, who commented earlier on in the series about Mark having a bad back? It looks like he has now, and knee problems as well.
Right, that's it for me today. My back's hurting, I've had enough. I'm waiting for Keith, and
Rude.
I'm not going to start the interior till tomorrow now, so I'll give you a quick look around. Please excuse the mess, it is really messy, isn't it, babe?
It's disgusting. Maybe tomorrow you can record yourself taking the lights back out and putting them back in again, because there's no point.
Yeah, I think I might do that. Fancy doing that job again.
It's looking quite tidy.
That is pretty much everything in there.
Under the bonnet.
It's not the tidiest, well, I've done it the best I can, but ERA didn't really give it that much thought, did they? Yeah, so ready for oil and water.
Now the state of this workshop. It's giving me OCD issues, Mark. You need little helpers in.
So excuse the mess. Yeah, so next job, get all that in, carpets, seats, dash, console,
Steering wheel, hopefully.
we're going to do tracking tomorrow as well. That wheel looks pretty good. When you look at that one, it's well out. So there you are. Only thing left to do on the front is the bonnet, the grille, obviously the surround, body kits coming, old one, not a new one. So till next time, say bye.
Bye.
Bye.